Good morning, staff and students. Today is Wednesday. It's November 14th. It's an 8 and as always, I hope the lines are ready to roar. At Howard High School, we're filling our days with pride because we are Howard Strong. I want to start out by first congratulating Chiney, who was our winner from yesterday for our trivia contest. She was able to get the Martin Cornfield was the person who said that quote about kindness. And hopefully she shows kindness, and everyone's showing kindness. It's not just World Kindness Day. It's every day to be able to show kindness to each other. Also, it's a great day for you to be reminded about hats and hood policies. With the winter weather here, I know it's getting colder. A lot more folks are having the hats and hoods on and things like that. Please remember, hats and hoods are not allowed in the building there. Okay, we've said this from day one, so we want to make sure that we remind you there. If you're sitting right now in class, okay, you have a hat or hood on, everyone in the class turn and look at that person because that's that guy who's sitting there saying, geez, I haven't got the point that hats and hoods aren't allowed in school there. So administration will be calling you down, okay? We're going to be giving out detention, Saturday schools, a lot more consequences of that because you should know that by now. It is a security concern, and so please make sure the hats and hoods remain off and that we have disciplined decisions. That D is part of our Pride 2.0. Make the disciplined decisions about what's right for you and the school. Thanks a lot.
Howard, in the middle of our Howard, 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 Howard, in the middle of our Howard.
Well, wasn't that an amazing new intro? Good morning and welcome to our Wednesday show. I'm your host, Daryl.
And I'm Ryan. We have a great show for you today, but first, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today we have an important segment on Transgender Awareness Week, which is this week, so we can only announce today's meetings. For anything else, Howard, check out the scrolling messages on the TVs or the student community.
Check out these meetings after school today. Harry Potter Club, V137, Environmental Club, B208, K-Pop, E102, Democrats, N205, Photo Club, A226, FCA. That was fine.
And 101. Seniors, parking permits are now being made available for those who were not originally able to get them. Seniors interested will have to provide their completed application, a copy of their license, and a copy of their vehicle registration.
Students must have attended the safe driving assembly in order to qualify. Seniors should submit their materials to Mrs. Maureen Taylor in the main office no later than Tuesday, November 20th in order to receive consideration. Only a limited number of permits will be made available. The application fee will be required upon selection.
If you're trying out for varsity basketball, please grab a paper out of the front of Coach Willingham's office ASAP.
This week is Transgender Awareness Week. Sean went out and caught up with a couple of Lions with some important information on how we can support our transgenders here at Howard and the LGBTQ community as a whole. Take it away.
Hi Howard, I'm here with Jaylee Jacoby and Jennifer Spar. I heard this week is Transgender Awareness Week. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Transgender Awareness Week is a week of visibility for the transgender community leading up to the Transgender Day of Remembrance on November 20th.
It's really important because it kind of brings attention to transgender people's problems, and it really gives them a voice in a broader sense of the word so that they can really, like, people around the world can hear them.
Thank you, that's great. So why is this week so important?
It really gives people the ability to talk about the issues facing the transgender community specifically. I feel like a lot of times when we talk about the LGBT community, a lot of those go unnoticed. So it's just extra time to bring attention to that.
All right, I hear you guys have a video to show, so let's check that out.
We asked some people in our community a simple question. What will you teach the world? Here's Tristan from the Pride Center of Edmonton.
I'd like to teach people about gender identity and how to use pronouns correctly. First off, let's talk about the difference between sex and gender identity. Sex is something that is assigned at birth. When the medical professional says, "It's a boy," or "It's a girl," they are basing this off of your physical anatomy, or your sex. Gender identity is a person's experience of their own gender. Most people's gender identity aligns with the sex they were assigned at birth. The term for this is cisgender, from the Latin cis, meaning on this side of. Someone who is transgender, or gender non-binary, however, has a gender identity that does not align with the sex they were assigned at birth. Transgender and non-binary people can experience their gender in a variety of ways. Some transgender people may identify strongly with a gender. Some may feel disconnected from masculine and feminine genders, while others may experience their gender as a combination of both. Here's a quick refresher on grammar. Pronouns are words we use to refer to someone in place of a name. Some are tied to a specific gender, like he, him, his, and she, her, hers. Others, like they, them, theirs, are gender neutral. Some transgender people will use gendered pronouns as they affirm their gender identity. However, some transgender and gender non-binary folks will use gender-neutral pronouns. It's important to consider that the pronouns that feel comfortable for one person might not be for another. Okay, so why is this important? You probably have an expectation about what pronouns people refer to you by, and so do most transgender or gender non-binary people. Using someone's pronouns correctly is important because pronouns correspond with a person's gender. When pronouns are used incorrectly, we may risk misgendering them. Misgendering is when someone uses the wrong name or pronoun to describe someone else. This can cause distress for the person who is misgendered because they may feel that their gender identity is not validated and respected. Misgendering can also create a risk to someone's safety by outing that person to others. Unfortunately, some people purposely misgender others to insult them. Using the correct name and pronoun is about showing basic respect. If you're not sure, you can just ask. A great way to ask someone's pronoun when you first meet them is to say your name, state your pronouns, then ask the person you're meeting with what their name and pronouns are. Hi, my name is Tristan. I use he, him, his pronouns. What is your name and pronouns? Hi, my name is Jordan, and I use they, them, theirs pronouns. Thank you for asking. Once you know someone's pronouns, you will know how to refer to them when speaking to others. Hey everyone, this is Jordan. They're a new friend of mine. We all make mistakes though. If you slip up, apologize, and try to avoid being defensive. Hey everyone, this is Jordan. He's a new friend of mine. They're a new friend of mine. Sorry, Jordan. No worries, thanks. Getting someone's gender right is on you, not the transgender or non-binary person. Try not to make assumptions about someone's gender identity. You don't know someone's pronouns until they tell you. Pronouns are something important that most people don't think about. However, pronouns are extra important to many transgender and non-binary folks as it affirms their gender identity. Using someone's correct pronouns is important and validating. It's easy to get it right if you avoid making assumptions. In the end, this all comes down to treating each other with a little care and respect.
That's all I got, Howard. I'm Sean. You guys have a good day. Peace. Back to the stew.
Well, that's all we have for you today. For all announcements, don't forget to check out the Standard Student Community. Have a wonderful Wednesday.